Yes, the question is, what would you define Zionist hoodlums for us, please?
Yes, the small group known as the Jewish Defense League, who I do not believe have anything in common with millions of Jews all over the world, and whose behavior in recent weeks and threats made to a number of Academy members and to myself are an insult to Jews all over the world and an insult to the heroic record of Jews in their fight against fascism and oppression. And I support the fight of the Jews against oppression and against fascism. I fight against anti-Semitism, and I pledge myself to continue that fight and to continue the fight against racism wherever it is found. Thank you.
Vanessa, this is a night used to recognize artistic achievement. Why did you use it to express your political beliefs?
I don't believe I did use it to express my political beliefs. I think that I made 2 points which I had to make in order to pay tribute to the Academy, because it can't be a secret to anybody that there has been a great deal not only written but also threatened, and these threats were concrete threats made by this particular group. And they're a small group, but it made a lot of noise, and they did make real threats. And I thought that it was something for the whole membership of the Academy to be very, very proud of, that they stood very firm and very tranquil and refused to be intimidated, and moreover made what I think was really the last nail in the coffin, if you like, of that period, put the lid on that period of history when McCarthy, Nixon, and a number of others did launch a witch hunt and did drive many people in our profession right out of the business for a period. In saying this, I think I've made some points which are in all of the lives of all of us in this profession. I'll choose another time, of course, to express my political beliefs.
Have you had any words of
Ms.
support?
Redgrave.
Have you had any words of support from Jewish members of the...
Ms. Redgrave.
I'm very happy and I'm very proud. Very, very proud indeed. It is the first time I've been won an Oscar. And it's also the only award that I know of where your fellow professionals make these awards on the basis of your professional work. And that's what makes the Academy Award a very special award, and me very proud to receive it.
Ms. Redgrave, because of all the protests the past week, were you surprised? Did you expect the Academy to buckle under the pressure?
No, I didn't think they would. But I know that the pressures were very great. And so I do want to salute them and be proud of them, and I think they should be, and I'm sure you all are, very proud of this. Thank you. Yeah.
Vanessa, would you mind very much repeating that section of your acceptance speech for us here, since we weren't rolling cameras when you were on stage? Could you go back and sort of do that over again for us?
Yes, I can. I wanted to pay tribute, you see. Not only make my thanks for the tribute given to me in my work, and to explain that this was due to Fred Zinnemann, and also due to the fact that Jane Fonda and I believed in what we were expressing, and to pay tribute to the members of the Academy who refused to be intimidated by the behavior of this small group of Zionist fanatics, whose behavior, in my view, is an insult to the stature of Jews all over the world and to the heroic record of the Jews in their fight against oppression and fascism. And I also concluded by saluting the Academy and its members for having dealt a blow against that period which was part of the lives of most of the people in the Academy when Nixon, McCarthy and others launched a worldwide witch hunt against those in the entertainment industry who sought to express their understanding of the truth in their work and in their lives. That period is gone, and I wanted to salute the Academy members for saying so firmly that they would not have that period return and that that is a past period and is not going to return. And I pledged myself to join them to make sure that it will never return again. Thank you.
Ms. Redgrave, some Jews in our audience may be confused by your anti-Semitic stand tonight. How do you explain your feelings about the PLO behavior?
I don't believe that my stand is an anti-Semitic stand. I fight
You are
anti-Semitism.
opposed to
and I
anti-Semitism.
fight fascism. I'm utterly opposed to anti-Semitism.
I understand.
And that is why I think that the work for which I received an Oscar tonight had that extra quality that comes when any actor, beyond their concentration and professional skill, believes entirely in what they are expressing. And as you know, I played a part in that film of a woman, and this is a woman who lived, as you know. This is a true story, Julia. A woman who was prepared to give her life and everything she had in the fight against anti-Semitism, against racism, and against fascism. I believe in that fight, and I pledge myself to that fight, and because of my beliefs, I think perhaps my work had an extra quality.
Second part of my question was,
How do you feel about PLO terrorism, Ms. Redgrave? How did you feel when the bus was attacked in Tel Aviv?
As I said before to one of your colleagues over there, this isn't the occasion for me to make a number of points which many people are thinking about and giving very serious attention to. I would say a number of things in another occasion, and I hope you and I will have the opportunity to discuss these questions. But at this moment, I think that it is enough that I make myself clear through my work. And as you know, I have made a film called The Palestinian, which I believe is a contribution to an understanding of what is taking place. Thank you.
Vanessa, can we get off the political stand?
Well, please ask your colleagues to.
When you began making Julia, did you at any time realize that that part would get you an Oscar nomination and tonight that coveted Oscar?
No, I expect you've had the same answer from many actors and actresses. When you're engaged in a piece of work, your mind isn't ahead thinking of any rewards that may come as a result of that work. You're concentrating on what you're doing. And that's what I was doing.